The verdict is in. Stress can kill you. There's some amazing research just released that shows that the presence of high levels of adrenaline, one of the hormones that you put out in large amounts when you have a stress response, actually make your cancer cells resistant to the drugs that they use to kill it. Think about that. The high presence of adrenaline causes your cancer cells to express a new gene that protects them from chemotherapy and radiation. So stress really does kill you. Or it can add to the death march that you're on if you have a cancer diagnosis. One of the other fascinating things that came out about that research was that it shows that in the first week after a cancer diagnosis, your chances of committing suicide go up 12 times, and your chances of having a heart-related death, in other words, a heart attack, goes up by 6 times within the first week of your diagnosis. Now, this doesn't surprise me. I've gone through this myself, and believe me, that first 3 weeks or so I was just caught up in dread. You know, this is why I often tell people that inner peace saved my life, because it's an adaptogenic herb formula. And, you know, a lot of people think I'm just trying to sell something because I make inner peace. I thought it was comical that I realized one day that I do make inner peace, and it was in my kitchen. And so I went out and started using it, completely changed my brain. You know, and here I am, someone who teaches people about the energetics of your brain, stress, how it influences your thinking at every moment. And yet, when you drop into that dread, when you get that dreaded diagnosis, it happens to everyone. You drop down into this fight or flight, fear response. And so, even though I knew it was happening, it took me a while to react and go out and start taking some adaptogenic herbs. I immediately felt different. I immediately began to process information differently and got involved in learning about all the things that eventually helped me turn my whole situation around and led to me becoming cancer-free within a few months, which is, you know, considered pretty much a miracle. But again, what is a miracle? It's something that happens when you create the space for it to happen. And so for me, adaptogenic herbs were part of that program. So were the other medicinal herbs that I took along with them to pinpoint exactly what was going on in my system. Now, in my mind, if stress can actually put you in a position to fight the treatment that you're taking to kill your cancer, then why not, or why couldn't being stress-free or being in a calm, uplifted mode open those same mechanisms that allow it to actually be killed, or to influence the way it takes up the herbs I was taking in my case that were designed to kill it and prevent it from actually multiplying. I think that, you know, in my mind, that's what happened with me. I became someone who wasn't stressed out about it anymore. I had a plan, I got excited, and every day I woke up assuming that I was on the right path and I was killing it all the time.